I've always been a bit leery of politicians who seem to understand state budgets. Nothing personal, mind you. It's just that there's so much money involved. Civilians like us have a hard time getting past those big numbers to locate something of importance to us. Now, one of those is a top priority. How much or how little of our tax money is going for public education when we're not fighting pandemics? This is where it gets tricky. Arizona is way behind the national average for what we're spending for public education, like nearly $3.5 billion a year behind. But last November, we citizens enthusiastically approved Proposition 208, the Invest in Education Act. Now, it doesn't come close to making up for that multi-billion-dollar a year deficit, but it's going to help. Now, when all the lawsuits are done, and there's always lawsuits with these things, the top 1% of Arizona citizens will be paying about 0.2% more in income tax, pretty much pocket change for the wealthy. But $940 million becomes available for our public schools. And the sooner, the better. We really need to reduce class sizes so all of our kids can get the attention they need, whether in person or over the internet. And because we value what they do for our kids, we need to treat our teachers as the highly educated, trained professionals they are, and make sure they have a significant salary. Here's one other. The leading voice against the Invest in Education Act was our governor, Doug Ducey. I would have thought the governor would welcome another $940 million for public schools, courtesy of the state's wealthiest citizens, but he didn't. He opposed it. And now he wants to cut taxes by $600 million. Not that anybody seems to be clamoring for it. In all fairness, I have not spoken to the governor about this, and I suspect he had some reasons for not wanting desperately needed financial support for Arizona's public schools. Now, those who follow the governor say it's his fixation on private school vouchers. And sure enough, there's $10 million for what the governor calls school choice. By the way, that really means vouchers for private schools. So that's another $10 million not going to our public schools. Now here's the kicker. After all of this, Arizona public schools and the 95% of Arizona kids who attend them will still be short $3.5 billion a year. And national rankings for public education, they're still going to show us at the bottom. And that's really not fair. The truth is, Arizona citizens are devoted to our families, our children, and nothing is more important to us than ensuring they have a quality public school education.